Next on Sisterhood of the Second Act.
Today we have with us Tammy Rickman, owner of Rickman Realty, and Kim Nicholson of Signature Home Stagers. We'll meet both of these ladies today.
Sisterhood of the Second Act is brought to you by... There's more inside the Hemp Mill than CBD products. There's a community. Stop in for Friday's Coffee Talk to enjoy free hemp coffee and treats. Patent pending products made from hemp for anxiety, pain relief, and organic healthy eating. Cannabinoid products you can trust because the hemp is locally grown, processed, and formulated by us with patent pending formulations. That includes our Pet Calm and dog biscuits. The Hemp Mill, women owned and operated with nutritional offerings, local cards, gifts, jewelry, and trending fashions made by women-owned businesses. TheHempMill.net.
If you're a diabetic, we have great news. You can end the painful finger sticks with a new CGM. Plus, they may be covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. If you test and inject daily, you may qualify. Call US Med now to learn more.
800-472-8060. 800-472-8060. 800-472-8060. That's 800-472-8060.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, son.
This really is a beautiful place.
Your mother chose it.
Evergreen Memorial Trust is committed to perpetual care with 5 cemeteries in the greater Roanoke area. Learn more at evergreenmemorialtrust.com.
From the Fox Radio Roanoke studios, here's Kathy Heberle.
Welcome to Sisterhood of the Second Act. I'm Kathy Heberle, and my guest today is Tammy Rickman, the broker owner of Rickman Realty. So Tammy, tell me a little bit about your career, how you got started in real estate, and how long you've been doing it.
Well, I started real estate right out of high school, and I've been selling for almost 30 years. And I opened up my own firm back about 3 years ago. And it's just what I really like about this job is it's really rewarding. Get to help a lot of people in the valley, put them into homes and sell their homes and help them with basically the next chapter of their life. And it's an exciting time.
Or just getting started, right?
Yes.
So I imagine you work with a lot of first-time home buyers.
Yes, first-time home buyers are my specialty.
And so could you tell us the first steps somebody needs to take in beginning the process of home buying?
Sure. Well, the first step is they contact their local real estate agent. And the local real estate agent, they're very knowledgeable, and they will help team you up with a mortgage person. The mortgage person is basically the first step, and they will give you all the paperwork and guide you through the process.
So what types of information is helpful to collect for the mortgage broker?
Basically what you need is they usually like to see 30 days of paycheck stubs. They like to see 2 years of tax returns. They like to see 30 days of bank statements. Those are the type of things you kind of want to get together. Just kind of have that before you contact the mortgage person, just so that, because they will need those and ask for those.
Okay, is there a good way to pick a mortgage broker? Do you have any advice for that?
Well, a real estate agent again. They're a great resource, and a lot of times the good old internet, you can go on there and check people's reviews and things like that. And but pretty much the real estate agent, where they deal with mortgage people consistently on a regular basis, they can team you up with somebody that will probably work very good with your work schedule and your personality.
Oh, that's very helpful when you're starting to buy a house. And does that process take a while? If you're a first-time home buyer, what do you find that some of their concerns are? Are they nervous about it? Do they know exactly what they want, or is it just a mixture?
It's basically a mixture. Once you get all the pre-qualification done, then the step just goes so much easier, because then the lender will basically tell you what price range you need to be in and what kind of down payment you need to have and things like that. And once you kind of get all that down, then we just focus on the areas where you want to live, close to work, close to family, close to friends.
So that's something that a knowledgeable realtor is definitely going to come in handy.
Yes, it's definitely good to have a real estate agent on your side, just because it just makes things less stressful in the process.
Well, okay, so that's one end of the spectrum. What about the other end of the spectrum? People that, maybe they want to downsize. They've become empty nesters, or they're thinking of retirement. That's probably a whole different set of requirements that they're looking for. And what's the processes for helping them?
Well, what we do, if they currently are a homeowner now, we come over to their home and we sit down with them and work up some prices on their house to see kind of where they're comfortable at. And then what we do a lot of times, we'll go ahead and send them to the mortgage person as well. And then just trying to get all that so they can make sure that where they're looking in the right price range and those kind of things. And we pretty much kind of take that whole process to a whole nother level.
We're talking with Tammy Rickman, the broker owner of Rickman Realty. And I think also, how do you help a person find the home based on their wants and needs? What are some of the things you help them?
What we basically do is first we got to figure out kind of the price range they want to live in.
Okay.
And then we a lot of times what we'll do, we'll set them up on automatic emails, or a lot of times they'll get on Zillow and Trulia and other those sites, and we kind of just go more about price range and basically the size of the home and things like that. And then pretty much the person buying the home, they pretty much let us know where they want to live, and we just try to search out things in their price range.
Okay, so what are some of the things that most people are looking for, especially in a retirement home? What are some of the things that they might want to consider?
Well, a lot of times they want to look at one level living,
yes,
which is great.
Uh-huh.
If they're considering condos or townhouses, they have to just think whether they want to do stairs. A lot of times condos and townhomes do have stairs. There are some in the valley that have elevators, which if that's a concern, that would be something. Also storage. A lot of times the condos and townhouses don't have as much storage if they have a lot of things. So sometimes they may want to veer off and maybe just look for a single family home on one level where they can, that might be a little bit more where they can store things.
Well, I think that, like you said, it depends on their wants and their needs and what they're willing to do. So I was wondering how COVID has played a role in the real estate market. Has that affected the real estate market at all?
Well, it's actually it's made our market very busy. A lot of people are working from home now, so the internet is a huge deal. So it makes sometimes when you're looking at rural properties a little more challenging. So, but the internet's been a huge thing. So it's just made our market really, really busy.
And with COVID, do you find that if people are together too much, they need extra places?
Yes, everyone kind of needs their own space now. So everybody's trying to look for a little bit of a bigger space, because where everybody's congregating where they once were not congregating, they
We're talking with Tammy Rickman, broker owner of Rickman Realty. And what are some of the I want to get back to, because it piqued my interest about the condo living versus home ownership. People want to know the difference. Besides maybe one floor living, what are some of the other things that they might want to consider if they're thinking of a condo versus being a homeowner previously?
Well, the benefits of a condo is this no maintenance. Basically, you pay your monthly maintenance fee, and they take care of all the grounds. And some of the areas around here in our condos, they have pools and tennis courts and things like that. But just the no maintenance is what's the big appeal for living in a condo.
And can those homeowners fees go up every month? Might that be something like if you're going to live on a fixed income that you want to take into consideration?
The monthly fees don't really, on the condos, they pretty much stay about the same all the time. They may go up every 4 or 5 years. They don't increase those. And the nice thing about it is when you put a contract on a condo or a townhome, you can see the financials from the association to see if there's any kind of special assessments that are going to be charged and things like that. But typically on the condos, the monthly fees stay roughly about the same all the time.
So you can kind of rely on that as your expense. And really, when you can weigh that against home ownership and all the expenses of maintaining your own property, that might be something that actually can save you money.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Not having to have your own lawnmowers and equipment and things like that. So just to before we wrap up, what about investing in real estate? Do you have any expertise in that? And is there anything that you would be able to guide people with if they're looking at that as a possible investment?
As far as condos
or just in general, real estate in general, what would perhaps be something? Can they come to you if they're looking to have some money and they don't want to just put it all in the stock market? They might want to invest in real estate. Can you help them?
Yes, absolutely. The investing is real estate. You pretty much can almost never go wrong with investing. A lot of people, it basically depends on what kind of return that you're looking for on your money. If you're looking for something like maybe more of a quicker positive cash flow monthly, multifamily triplexes and duplexes and things like that will have more of like your monthly bigger income. If you're looking for something more of like a long-term investment where the property would maybe you get more of the value from the property itself, buying single family homes, that's pretty much kind of the way to go as far as if you're looking more for like a long-term investment.
And do you find a lot of single people doing real estate investing, or is that something that generally it's more, you find with couples and
I typically find with more couples and just kind of like investors.
Okay.
Type thing
So people just become just that's what they do is invest in the properties?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be something that they could, it just might be another option for people in this day and age to consider, and talking to the local realtor would be the way to go, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
You don't want to make a bad investment.
Yeah, the local realtors around here, they're very knowledgeable and they can really guide you well.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Tammy. That has been really very helpful to us, and I think a lot of people will get in touch with their local realtors.
Well, thank you so much for having me today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. And when we come back, we have Kim Nicholson of Signature Stagers.
There's more inside the Hemp Mill than CBD products. There's a community. Stop in for Friday's Coffee Talk to enjoy free hemp coffee and treats. Patent pending products made from hemp for anxiety, pain relief, and organic healthy eating. Cannabinoid products you can trust because the hemp is locally grown, processed, and formulated by us with patent pending formulations. That includes our Pet Calm and dog biscuits. The Hemp Mill, women owned and operated with nutritional offerings, local cards, gifts, jewelry, and trending fashions made by women-owned businesses. TheHempMill.net.
Come on, you watch the news. Be prepared to pay more taxes. Then if you owe back taxes or haven't filed in a few years, get ready. The IRS, the largest collection agency in the world, will be coming after you, with the power to collect taxes by any means they want to. Hey, they can freeze your bank account, your passport, even padlock your business. Good times. Look, if the IRS claims you owe them $5,000 or more in back taxes and they're coming after you, don't panic. Call my friends at Get a Tax Lawyer first. Their job is to negotiate with the IRS and save you money. They're experts at it. That's all they do, and you can trust them. In some cases, they have reduced a $50,000 tax bill to less than $1,000. If you owe the IRS $5,000 or more in back taxes, call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-654-9116. 800-654-9116. 800-654-9116. That's 800-654-9116.
There's more Sisterhood of the Second Act after this.
Where there is nothing, artists see something. Where there is silence, they hear a melody. Where there is beauty, they create even greater beauty. In a region known for its beautiful mountain surroundings, our vibrant arts community makes the Allegheny Highlands a more colorful place to live and visit. Our passion for the arts is endless, and it's uniquely Allegheny.
You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap.
Well, maybe I am.
If you're buying a diamond ring for your wife, it's not cool to be cheap. If you're buying airline tickets, it's very cool to be cheap and called Trip Amigo, where you can fly anywhere in the world and save up to 75% on over 500 airlines and 300,000 hotels. Plus, rental cars and vacation packages. Visit family, friends, or go on a once-in-a-lifetime vacation. Go ahead, be cheap. We have special fares we're not allowed to publish. When you book your airline reservations with Trip Amigo, you'll spend your travel money when you get there, not by getting there. Call Trip Amigo now and mention the travel code AMIGO and save even more. Call Trip Amigo now.
800-772-4165. 800-772-4165. 800-772-4165. That's 800-772-4165.
Once again, from the Fox Radio Roanoke studio, here's Kathy Heberle.
Welcome back to Sisterhood of the Second Act. My next guest is Kim Nicholson of Signature Stager. Kim, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am married for over 30 years, 2 grown children. I was in the medical field and still dabble a little bit in it. Started doing home decor sales, and then I had a lot of people asking me about real estate and getting into a different career because I was ready for a pivot. And then got some great advice for staging. So I said, let's give it some try. So I love it. I love what I do. That's my business has been about a year or so working on it, and I just love it. It's a niche that no one else really knows about or does, and that's exciting to expand it.
Well, on that note, I think maybe you could give us a little explanation, because I think people are kind of familiar with interior design, but I think home staging might be a little bit different. So why don't you explain that for us?
Okay. Interior design is there to really make your house personal for you. Wallpaper, drapes, rugs that all match and blend of your favorite colors, your theme. Where staging, we're getting the home prepared for a wide range of people to have a connection. I explain to people that, we help you make money. And when you go to a resort on vacation and you walk in, you're like, oh, I could stay here forever. That's the look we want your house to have. Not the look that you love, the muted colors or the bright colors or the farm look. We don't want a special look. We want to apply or appeal to every single person out there who might come look at your property when you sell it.
So this is kind of getting your home ready to sell.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, it sounds like you're trying to say depersonalize it, but make it widely appealing.
Exactly.
And so that's something that a home stager would do. And how do you do that?
I go in there with doing a consultation. It always starts with that. First, a phone call.
Okay.
Talk with the seller of the home, which is referred to me either by themselves, by a realtor, by a mortgage person, whoever refers them. And I do what's called an intake form. And I just find all the details about the home. How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? Was it painted recently? How old is it? What is your neighborhood? So I kind of, get the details. And then if we go forward and schedule a consultation, I do normally a walk and talk where I come in, they take notes, starting out at the road and go all the way through the home. And I'm like shopping in their home because I only do occupied. So I'm using everything in their home to get their house ready, telling them what to edit, meaning to get rid of or to pack or to donate, whatever they choose for their next location, and all the little nitty-gritty things that they just don't think of. It's very overwhelming, and I'm there to help them to make it the most marketable.
Well, so people that are looking, whether they're looking to downsize or they have a change of lifestyle or empty nest, that are considering selling their home, why would they want to bring in a home stager?
Oh my goodness, to take the frustration away, to not have to think about that. Now I have where I can offer a lot of different people who can help them do what's needed. It's just overwhelming. You love your couch, and your couch is very well loved, let's say, for a lack of saying very worn, okay? So I work around that to make their house look as open, as new, as fresh as possible using what they have. And it's much easier for me over actually realtors to say, for an example, that purple living room's got to go. I have a tactful way of doing it. I give a top 10 list of priorities to do. If they absolutely will not do that, then we work around it. We eliminate anything that makes it look more outstanding or an eyesore. If there's an issue, I have a way around it.
And I understand that realtors will often recommend your services, and do they feel that it's obviously people have to pay for this service?
Right.
So why would they recommend that people that want to get rid of their home spend more money to have this done?
Right, because it makes it the most marketable. It's usually return on your investment of 1% of your property, which is high if we're just doing the staging consult. And what we recommend, they can turn around and have a 25-35% increase in their buying price that they get for the home. So.
And then how does this reflect it? It's making me think of, like, you know, how they have to, realtors, or they come and take pictures of your home and videos, I guess, are these days. So what would good staging do?
Oh my goodness, it would do 1,000 things. I wish I could get people, that's the biggest thing, is they don't realize. You know, one good example, I see these photos and they have the toilet seat up. And it's like, the toilet seat needs to be down. They have pictures all over their refrigerator. That's distracting. When you have photos.
All the grandkids and the pets.
Correct. You want to depersonalize it, and you want the eye to look at the farthest point of a room when they walk in to make it appear larger and bigger and open. And the colors just randomly that people have out there, it stops your eye. You don't want the eye to be stopped. You want it to go through the whole flow of the home. You have your right margin of the room, your left margin of the room. You want to go in as a buyer, because when they see, again, let's say that purple kitchen or dining room or whatever, ding ding, they're saying, okay, we're gonna have to paint that, that's work. If your doorknobs and stuff are all worn and really nasty looking, can be replaced for $10 or $15, because again, when they see that doorknob, they're like, oh gosh, this is well worn. Those are the little things they don't think of that I'm there to help them with.
Well, I think that gives us a very good feel for the importance of staging your home if you're getting ready to sell. But what if you're not quite ready to sell, but your home just doesn't suit your lifestyle anymore? Maybe now you're an empty nester or you're working from home. Do you have any advice for people that just want to freshen up their house without investing in an interior designer?
Right. No, you would get something which is a service that is out there for people who do what I do, other stagers. I'm not sure if they offer, but I offer. It's called Design to Live is what I call it, or Stage to Live, however you want to say it. And I will come in and completely help you redo your home, a service for that, to just redecorate with what you have. I just did one, a couple weeks ago. A lady called and said, she was very excited on the phone, and she's like, I got a brand new apartment I'm moving into. I have all my furniture coming. I need someone to make it look beautiful. Can you help me? And I said, absolutely. So I went in with an assistant. We were there for 3 to 4 hours. We completely decorated it, and she was just like, oh my goodness, it looks like it's a magazine. You made it look so much larger. You made it look so airy. Just because I know how to place things and to change things. A good example is when you have a window with your table, a kitchen table, you want your chairs positioned so that you go straight to the window through. When you look, you see it doesn't stop from having the back of the chairs. Those are just the little things that I have been through the training and have experienced to say, do this, it will make the room look another 3 feet long. It's the silly little things that people just don't know, and I'm really proud that I had the training and gone through that and got the niche. I love the niche that I'm in.
So speaking of training, if women are considering maybe they would like to start a new career, what's involved? I mean, is there training that you have to go through? Is it just something you do on your own? How does that work?
Well, it's not regulated, okay, but there are certifications that you can get. There are courses. I took a course for actually the business of full-blown staging, which is including inventory, warehouses, moving, all that. I did that first. That was my first thoughts. And then the more I got involved with what's called RESA, Real Estate Staging Association, there's none local, but I did get involved with them, and that's how I kind of learned about doing consults. So that is my main thing, but it's easy. You can go online, and there's courses online. They recommend a whole bunch of different programs. I just feel bad when people want to just Google, home staging, and they read 5-10 pages and they think they know what they're doing. they have a good insight, but it's much more in depth than
so you
people
recommend
realize.
that people take the training and
Absolutely.
really become knowledgeable
Yeah.
to do that.
Right.
I agree. That sounds like something, and it sounds like a nice career
Oh,
for
yes.
women to do. What do you like about it? What do you find?
Well, I sold home decor for 15 years, and I was going in homes and things like that, and I just wanted to shuffle stuff. I just wanted to move stuff. What I love about it is, oh gosh, it's just fun. You're helping people. When I go and give a top 10 list to someone that I recommend, I call in the perfect world. Not everybody can do what I ask, but what I say is the most important items, and if they have me come back for what they call photo prep to get ready for your photography, they're like, Kim, you're not going to believe what we did. Oh my God, wait till you see, you know. So it's exciting that they feel rewarded with it when the photos go online. They just get bukus of connections because people look at it and, oh my gosh, look at this home. You know, the front doors, the first photo should always be up, the first photo, because people are looking on internet today. And that way they're able to say, oh my gosh, look how sharp this looks. The outside looks sharp, the inside must. And so we make it look sharp.
That makes me think, I believe the term is curb appeal.
Absolutely.
So do you do that? Do you start even before
yeah.
people get in the home? Do you give them suggestions?
Oh my goodness, yes. We start at the road. When I do my consultation, we walk literally to the road. I explain what landscape needs changed, and I don't mean major changing, but what they can do to correct some overgrown bushes, or lightly remulch, or change the mulch color that they have if it clashes against. The front door, get it painted. You know, paint is money in a can. It changes the look of so many things with just painting. A lot of people, I work with their time frame and budget. Some people will say, I'm going to move in 6 months. Help me, tell me what to do. Some people say, we have an open house and photos in 3 days. Can you help me? So I work with what time and frame they have. Yes.
And you mentioned budget, and so that I assume, like, certainly the fees that it would incur to get your expertise, but then also maybe are you talking about like if major repairs or maintenance fees versus like options? Do you give them options for things?
Yes, there's the budget of $500, which would maybe cover if they have to have some painting done, some mulching done. There's people with a budget of $5,000 and they need new carpeting. I have samples of carpet, of granite, of new flooring for the wood flooring options, and I can recommend getting new knobs on your cabinets that will update. So yes, I can recommend all those things, but it can be as little as $500, it could be as much as thousands, whatever, depends on the size home also.
Right, and maybe how old the home is, and how well cared for it has been over the years as well. So I think we're starting to get a feel for the importance of having your home, and in a very limited market, to make your home stand out from all the rest. That this would be something really important to do. So kind of to summarize your expertise, what would people benefit the most from having a home stager come that want to sell their home? What would
the average days on market after the photography is like 23 days with staged homes versus non-staged. The return on your investment, which is what you put into it, is 23% and up. The sale price, it's not always about that, but it is. I mean, there's been homes who've gone for $40,000, $50,000 over asking, which you would never anticipate.
Right.
But if you have, 2 homes in your neighborhood that are very similar, and one has been staged and one has not been staged, the staging is going to win. Absolutely, it's going to get the sale.
So it's going to show better. It's going to have better pictures.
The pictures. That's our goal. Really, it's a marketing tool. I'm marketing. I love to get in with realtors who really understand that I'm a marketer, because I'm helping them in turn, which is helping the seller.
So I think that's something that needs to be brought to their attention, because if they're not working with a realtor, they might not even think of these things. Thank you, Kim. It's been a pleasure having you on this show. I really enjoyed having it. So this was Kim Nicholson of Signature Stagers telling us all about staging your home. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll wrap up our show.
See where a grateful nation remembers its heroes, and where Thomas Jefferson came to relax. where small town charm is just down the road from big outdoor adventures. Find peace and quiet, as well as the sounds of family fun. Destination Bedford is located where the Piedmont Plateau meets the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Where ordinary ends, Bedford begins.
Today we spoke with Tammy Rickman of Rickman Realty and Kim Nicholson of Signature Stagers. We learned a little bit about real estate, staging our homes, and investment property in the real estate world. Join us again next week for Sisterhood of the Second Act.